The Rays, are they back? Are they back? Starting to really show some signs of life here. 888.
I just looked up at the live stream, and I'm just doing this weird moment.
I'm glad I didn't show what I was doing. Yours is gentle. Mine was just shredding it. You can watch us on YouTube, WDAE.
Shredding it.
Pat and Aaron Show. Just search WDAE and make sure you subscribe and make sure you're checking out stpete9.com, 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 and on Twitter X at Steve Carney. And Steve, I got to say, and I think Pat and I are on a little bit different of a wavelength on our confidence right now.
Yeah, we are.
The series wins are great. Winning on the road, winning the 5 of the last 7, you got to do that. That's spectacular. But it's how they're doing it, and it's guys that are producing finally. Yandy Diaz is really seeing the ball well. Josh Lowe is swinging the bat a lot better, looks more comfortable and confident coming back from that injury. I feel confident with this team in the direction they're going right now. Where do you stand, Steve, after this weekend plus?
I'm a little mixed, Aaron, because I still see a lot of improvement that needs to be done on the side of the ball that the Rays are normally known for being the best at, and that is the pitching. While the hitting has been improved, especially from the big names. You mentioned Yandy. I think Randy Rosarena had a very good weekend. I certainly think that you would love to be able to see more out of the starting pitching staff. I would love to have seen Aaron Savali get another inning, especially because at the pitch count he was at, I think he only threw like 61 pitches.
61. That's not on him, though. That's on Cash. I mean, I'm sure Savali would have taken the ball. He's doing whatever Cash is making him do.
Well, and I think Kevin Cash is going, okay, he's gone from, 3 innings, and as I've jokingly said, that Savali is Italian for one time through, it seems like this year. I think that Cash is going, okay, you've got him to 5. We've got him eligible for the win. Let's try and build on this feeling for his next start. And I think hopefully that's going to come. But you would like to see Zach Littell get a little deeper. You'd love to see Ryan Pepio get a little deeper. There are still question marks that you have from the starting pitching staff that you would like to see addressed before you can say, okay, now I feel confident on this team.
Steve, 3 hits yesterday for Josh Lowe. He's a guy that his ability I probably couldn't believe in a whole lot more than I already do. But my concern is with hip issues, with lower body injuries that are, the soft tissue stuff that he's been dealing with, they tend to linger and they tend to be an issue. Some guys in particular seem to have them come back again and again. How encouraged are you by what you've seen recently from Josh Lowe? Because he is looking a little healthier, isn't he?
Yeah. 3 hits yesterday, 4 hits on Friday, including a pair of homers. I really am encouraged with that. And I'm also encouraged with the depth that they have in that spot. So if they need to give Lowe a day off here or there, they certainly can. If you can put Richie Palacios out there, you can put Ahmed Rosario out there if you need to. And I think that's a very it's a good feeling to have if you're a Rays fan going, okay, I know that we can still get production out of that spot, even if Josh Lowe needs a day off of his feet, or, and you can use him maybe late in the game in a pinch hitting role, or even just give him a full day, as Joe Madden would say, off. Not knowing that he can take a day off and still get that production out of that right field spot, I think is very encouraging.
And thankfully, Rosario is okay after taking that pitch off the face. He was available yesterday, and he's good to go. Second base, you had Palacios out there yesterday. Brandon Lau, I think he's shown enough moments where, with the pop in his bat, I think he's starting to build that trade value. Would you be surprised if Brandon Lau, would you be shocked if Brandon Lau was on this team at the end of the season?
Well, you got to remember that, he does have an option year for next year. I believe it's at $10.5 million, which for a guy that has the ability to be a 4,100 guy, that's a really that's not a whole lot of money that you would ask for someone that can do that. So I would be a little bit surprised to see him on this team at the end of the year. What I would not be surprised if he's not here at the end of the year, that a team elsewhere would want to exercise that option and give them another year with a guy who's got a hell of a lot of power from the left-hand side.
You guys were just talking about Rosario taking one off the face. We saw yesterday Edwin Diaz get yanked out of the game for the Mets for having substance on his hands. We've heard from Pete Fairbanks about at times having trouble with some of the baseballs. This seems to be more of an issue this year, or maybe it's just coming up more here locally, but it seems like they still can't figure out where the baseball should be, what it should feel like. And we're having a lot of guys with stuff on the fingers or whatever it might be, guys complaining about baseballs. Is this something that baseball finally addresses this offseason and either allows them to use something that's illegal right now or changes the baseballs? Or is there something that's going to come, or are we just going to keep seeing guys struggle with the balls and complaining about it?
Well, I hope that they do something about this. I remember in 2021, right after the Olympics, Joe Ryan, who was traded just before the Olympics, came back from Tokyo and came to Tropicana Field, and he had a couple of the pre-tacked baseballs that they used in the Olympics in his bag. And he said, "Hey, you want to feel what these feel like, so you can understand how good these are." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll grab one of these.
I'll fill your balls.
Baseballs from the Olympics, yeah, exactly." But you know, he let us all see what these pre-tacked baseballs that they used in the Olympics were like. They're the same baseballs that they use in NPB, the Japanese baseball leagues. They're the same baseballs that they use in the KBO, where you're not allowed to even have rosin on the mound. So I think that's the way that baseball needs to start looking. If you want to get rid of all of this, let's figure out how to fix the baseball so it is already pre-tacked and good enough for Major League Baseball standards. And I think that's the way that they need to look. We'll see if baseball actually decides they want to do that.
Real quick, a minute or less, why was Ben Rortvedt given a rest day yesterday when Alex Jackson can't touch a baseball?
Day after a night game, Aaron. You should know that.
I don't care.
You played.
I don't care.
I know you hate Alex Jackson. You want to shoot him to the moon.
Listen,
you cannot have Ben Rortvedt has never played this many games at the big league level.
Sink or swim.
To be able to give him rest days.
I'll take a limp Rortvedt over Alex Jackson. I just will. I mean, the production at the plate, I know behind the plate, I get it. But, I mean, lefty-righty matchup, the guy has just almost as many hits this weekend as Alex Jackson has all season. I mean, come on.
I think you're gonna end up in the same situation coming up here in the series starting tonight against the Mariners. You've got three right-handed pitchers going starting-wise, so I think you'll see Rortvedt start 2 of the 3 games. You'll probably see Jackson start that 12-10 game on Wednesday, and they go from there.
Steve Carney, are you telling me that Aaron Jacobson is going to have to deal with Alex in person because we've got a Goons getaway day on Wednesday, and we're going to have to. Aaron might break his no booing rule
any day but Wednesday.
Oh my God, I think it is going to be Wednesday. I think you're going to be booing Aaron.
Should we all encourage Aaron to break his boo rule for Alex Jackson?
I won't boo. I just mutter to myself under my breath.
I'm curious for you, Aaron. What would it take on Wednesday for you to not boo Alex Jackson if he is in the lineup?
I don't boo. I'm not a booer, especially guys on my own team over performance. I just don't think it's right. I'm not that guy. But I will be very loud and vocal in the crowd with us of what the heck is going on.
He'll tell the 40 people with us, but he won't tell Alex Jackson.
Yeah, I don't want him to hear
He's that guy.
I don't want him to feel bad.
Hey, he's safe, man. We knew that.
On emotions and on physical activity as well. StPete9.com, StPete9.com, StPete9.com. He is, of course, our Rays insider, Steve Carney, at Steve Carney on Twitter X. Thank you, Steve Carney. We'll see you later.
All right. Hope to see you guys on Wednesday.
Love you, Steve.
All right, boys.